And so you have an unbroken chain of creation, redemption of Israel, and the Redeemer of the human race being whom? Being Jesus Christ. Now, if you examine the story of the Bible, you'll find that the Passover lamb needed to have two characteristics. First of all, the Passover lamb had to be perfect and without blemish. And then when it was determined that the lamb was perfect and without blemish, the lamb was then sacrificed. Let me ask you, what did this represent? The perfect, unblemished lamb. It represented the perfect life of Jesus Christ as that he lived on this earth. And what did the death of the lamb represent? The death of the lamb represented the death of Jesus bearing our sins on the cross. In other words, the Passover had a much greater dimension to it than just sacrificing a lamb and eating bitter herbs and partaking of unleavened bread. The sign that Jesus gave to Israel was fulfilled in himself when he came to this world. But now we need to ask the question, what day and hour did Jesus die as the Passover lamb? Go with me to Matthew 27 and verses 46 and 47. We're going to notice something very interesting here. Don't you go to sleep on me, because this is going to get very interesting and very good. Matthew 27, verses 46 and 47. We're going to look at the last three sayings of Jesus on the cross. It says, and about the ninth hour, notice it wasn't the ninth hour, it says about the ninth hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? It's about the ninth hour. It's not the ninth hour yet, because he still has some things to say. John 19 and verse 30. So when Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, what? It is finished. And bowing his head, he gave up his spirit. But when you go to Luke, you discover that he said something after he said it is finished. In Luke 23, verse 46, it says, and when Jesus had cried out with a loud voice, that's when he says, it is finished. He said, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Having said this, he breathed his last. Let me ask you, what hour of the day do you think that Jesus breathed his last after saying, it is finished? Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Exactly at the what hour? At the ninth hour. And you say, well, Pastor, what is the ninth hour? Well, let's go to Exodus chapter 12 and verse 6. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 6. We're still dealing with the Sabbath. We'll come back to the Sabbath, but we need some background here. Exodus 12 and verse 6. It's speaking about the observance of the Passover. And it says this, now you shall keep it until the 14th day of the same month. Then the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it, that is, kill the Passover lamb, when? At twilight. In Hebrew, it literally says, between the two evenings. You say, so the Jews had two evenings? Absolutely. You say, what were the two evenings? The first evening is when the sun reaches the meridian and it starts its downward course. And by the way, I know that scientifically the sun doesn't move.